Hi, what's my podcast?
Right. Did you start the show?
I started it.
Well, welcome to the third episode of the I'm Just Not Interested podcast with your girl, Dime. We got Just Niche behind the camera, like she already said. We gonna get over here.
We gonna get over
these
here
things.
Right. One day, she gonna get on this side. But we have our very first guest. Can we get a little? We don't clap because that's ghetto.
Oh, okay.
We snap. Okay. Like, cause you know when you be out at an event or something, people be like, "Sorry guys, if that was really loud." They be like,
You
like
don't
they
all of that.
it's too much.
It
You gonna
can
keep
be
it
kinda
cute and
aggressive.
classy, right?
Yeah.
But we have our first guest. Do you want to go by your name or do you want to go by like your YouTube handle or what?
YouTube is like under construction right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go by Justice.
Okay. We have Justice, my very, very good friend here today. So she's joining us and we're ready to get down into the nitty-gritty about these conversations. And today's topic is supportive and unsupportive friends. And let me tell you, I'm not interested in the unsupportive ones, okay? I got two friends, and those are the only ones that's my friends because they're supportive. I don't have no unsupportive friends. If I got a friend that thought they was my friend, they not. I'm sorry. If you thought you was my friend, you're not.
Sorry to that man.
If
I walked past him, I wouldn't know a thing.
I only got two friends. Two of them. Everybody else, y'all cool and all, but I just can't consider you as my friend because you probably don't support me the way I support you. So let's get into it. What do you consider a supportive friend?
Oh, that was for me.
Anybody.
What
do y'all consider?
Friend?
Yeah.
I was about to say, don't ask me because I ain't got no friends.
So Tanisha's solo dolo. She got a husband
and my kids.
and me.
My family. And that's it.
That's it.
Because thankfully I can say because you know what? A lot of people just be like, I ain't got no family. I just got my friends and my friends became my family. I legit have my blood family. And
that's true too.
It.
That goes into like,
have.
I will say this may also bleed into other relationships because I think even with, excuse me, I don't have COVID. I don't have the pops. I don't have none of that, okay? So mind your business.
Even if you did, they can't get you.
It don't matter. I'm just making it clear.
Oh my gosh.
But I think it'll bleed into other relationships because I feel like every relationship has a friendship inside of it.
Right.
And so that goes into even family. Y'all might, I can't say that you're not my family no more, unfortunately.
Right.
But I
Ooh.
can still be like, no, I'm not interested. I'm good on you. You're not supportive. And I have a lot of family members like that.
Yeah. The unsupportive family hits different though.
That hits serious.
Yes, it does.
That hits different.
That hurt.
Yeah.
That don't even just be
that
like
hurt.
That hurt your feelings.
And especially when it's just unexpected. Like we were just good last year. What happened?
Let me tell you.
What happened? It's not.
You only see them at a funeral.
Yeah.
Really. And even then, they don't know how to act. So that's unfortunate. But I feel like back then, family was we getting together. Everybody's so happy to see one another. Everybody's so huggy and lovey and things. And they supported you then.
Of course.
Even if it was like...
Right, that's what I was going to say. Even if it was some undercover shade going on,
when we
they
get together, we still acting accordingly.
Exactly. Nowadays,
it don't be giving that.
It
be giving clicks.
Yes.
It be giving clicks now.
Yes, that is so true.
Very
it's really
clicky.
giving you can't sit with us.
Yes.
But I'm okay with that now because I had to establish boundaries with those unsupportive family members. And I had to upset a few people in the process. But it's just like, it takes that one person in the family to address the mess. If you can't address the mess is going to keep going and building up, and it just causes division. So it's just like,
don't we
I'm
know
just
it?
not interested.
Because that's our family.
Don't we know it? You know, even work. I be like, okay, you have the working relationship.
Yeah.
And if you're working with people and you're on a team and you have that one team member or that one coworker, whoever, that's just not supportive of, like, even though we may not agree on whatever, we still need to get this done. And you're not supporting me because you got whatever issues going on.
Right.
I mean, honestly, like, put it to the side. Be supportive.
Yeah.
Just for a second. Nope.
For the greater good.
I was just going to say that this generation, and I feel like this year, I want to say, has shown me that there's a lot of people who are just so selfish. And I say that because during my wedding planning, I had the real bridesmaids. And yes, if y'all got questions,
I got answers.
I had the real bridesmaids and I had my bridal party. So I'm going to break it down as the real bridesmaids was, they not asking me, hey, can I do this because this is what I want to do? Oh, can we go here because this is where I want to go? Or can we do this because this is what my money can cover? No, baby. I was very intentional on choosing the people that I chose.
Of course.
And unfortunately, the relationships that we have now are unsupportive. I'm not interested anymore, you know? But my real bridesmaids, they understood. I wasn't.
Assignments.
Yeah.
Can we get a snap for them?
Yes. They understood.
They understood it. They were very, very supportive in everything that we did. And I think even down to the last part, the wedding, it was like they was happy. They wanted to be included. They wanted to be like, I'm just so happy for y'all, you know. And you could tell the difference between the ones who were and the ones who were just like,
on the actual day, it should like kick in.
Because in my recollection of memories, what I remember is people literally had, like, I want to say their little cliques within the wedding.
Seriously?
Yeah. So, like, even though it was like family there and, you know, friends that people may have known, it was like, oh, if this is the bridal party want to party together. I get it. But no, it was like the real bridesmaids were there on a dance floor asking me, you good? You need something? My cousin, like, you want me to tell people stop coming up to the table because y'all getting overwhelmed? The other ones, they could give us less. They didn't care.
Oh, they was just there for the party.
They was just there. And it boiled down to somebody on live, and if the shoe fits, you could wear it. But somebody on live, they were like, oh, we were just asked to participate, so, you know, I'm here participating.
Wow.
And I didn't know that because in the midst of everything and people congratulating you and all that stuff, I didn't know that. And so
that's hurtful.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay. So now Tanisha, like, let's get into it.
That's crazy.
I was just like, yeah. And so now the way that I carry this person, I'm just like, nah, I'm good on you. You ain't got to ask me for nothing. Nothing.
Wow.
You know, like, we were asked to participate. I didn't ask you to participate. You could have said, you know, I'm not in the space to do this, or, you know, I don't want to. Whatever. I wasn't going to be offended in any way.
Yeah.
Because you're being honest and you're communicating. But that just boils down to you're just an unsupportive person in general. Because it wasn't just me who got married. It was also somebody else.
Right.
So that was a lot in itself.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So just let me know. Do y'all have any experiences where y'all just like, I can think on the top of my foot
Never heard of
Y'all can say,
I was going to let her continue.
The top
Listen,
of my foot.
yes, because people say toes, but I don't like that. So I say foot. I can think on the top of my foot. Of a situation where y'all had like a very unsupportive friend, and in that moment you was just like, I can never be friends with you again, or I can never carry you the way that I wanted to.
In my younger days, I extended so much grace. So it wasn't even like, I can never talk to you again. I do have one particular person on my mind, but it's not worth even talk. I mean, it is worth talking about, but of course I'm not going to name drop. But it's just like, after that experience, I just learned to put my friends in different compartments. This friend is for socializing. This friend is for if I need you to pray with me, I'm stressed. This friend is for the turn up. I have different friends for different reasons. And in the beginning, I put everybody in one category. So I expected more out of people that couldn't give me more. So, yeah, but I don't know.
I think nowadays, when I look at it, when I have conversations with other people, which is very rare because I'm typically not an open book to randoms, I would say. And I still am not, but I've learned to be a little bit more of a like therapist type thing, because I noticed that people now like come to me like, oh, I've only known you for however long and I just want to tell you about my life. And I'm like,
Baby Denise.
Right. I'm like, what did I do to deserve to hear about your love life and whatever you got going on? So I noticed that recently, within the last 2 weeks. So I have somebody new in my space. I don't want to give particulars, but I have somebody new in my space. And this particular person was just like, I just want to tell you about what's going on, with my love life. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind listening in. Right. And if you're open to feedback, that's totally fine. But they started saying like, oh yeah, and I'm just trying to do my devotionals every day. I'm trying to pray more. I'm trying to do stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So just talking to them even more, I learned that their father is also a pastor. And I was like, oh, this is weird that we're in the same space.
Yeah.
And we have similar things going on, but I'm married, of course, and this person is not. But they're looking to me, not even really knowing how my relationship is with my husband. They're just like, I need to go to therapy, or I need to talk to this person, or I need to do something. And what if I was an atheist and they telling me, yeah, I'm trying to do my devotional? They felt so comfortable in telling me this. I was just like, something is shining over me. Like
that light.
Something is shining. So even though I've only known this person for a couple months, I would consider that person sort of like a supportive friend, because we're on the same page.
Yep.
And I think a lot of times people don't really think about it that way. They think about it as, oh, I just met this person. I can't be cool with them like that. I got to tread real light. Yeah. I'm not letting them all the way in, but I can say, okay, there's some room for growth possibly in that. But other than that, I would say that's like 3 people I can name on my hand. Like 3 people that I can say they're considered supportive for me. And outside of that, everybody else, nope. And that's friend-wise, not family.
Right.
So, I got one friend.
Okay.
I found one. That's my girl,
Cassie. We got to have Cassie on the pod.
Yes.
I know that I can count on her. Like, if I really, truly needed her, I know I can call her, even though her and I don't talk on a regular basis. Like,
and that's
one person, right? Because
that's how these adult friendships are now.
Exactly.
You got a schedule,
right? You really do. When you're married with children and everybody has their own individual lives, you really do have to schedule time for your friends. But she is one person, because on the outside, she may not seem that way, but as I got to know her, no, she a ride or die friend.
Yeah.
She almost saved a little bit, but she ratchet. I didn't get ratchet from her.
I don't
get that
girl,
either.
You don't, but you don't know her.
Okay. You don't. I think
when you sit and talk with her, I was just like, and I told her one day we was on a walk, and I was like, I didn't see
that. She's that girl.
I'm that type.
I like it.
All of it. I like it. But she is one person that I know if I really, really needed somebody, and I couldn't, like, if you were out of state and Denise was with you out of state and Daddy was, I don't know, sleep or something. Because
he ain't gonna be out of state.
You know, and it was like, and I couldn't call nobody else. I know I can call her. Like, she is one that's a friend that's not my family. Mm-hmm. She is one person I can call.
Yeah.
Danica, she don't like to drive, but she might.
I think that Danica could be considered.
But Danica, she is, because she's the only person that is like from my job that I will invite in my home and stuff like that. Like, so.
Yeah.
So I got 2 friends, y'all.
It's those work relationships.
Yes.
So I started my job July 2021, and I met a great group of Black women. Like you, sometimes I tread lightly. I don't always let people in immediately. But I'm coming around on another year. You know, I've been there. But I just still have a hard time trying to transition those associates to real friends. So I think sometimes, this has been a thing since I was little too, my perception of me calling you a friend has been different from the way I feel, from the way they feel. They want to like hang out outside of work. They want to like have trips and stuff. I'm just not on that level. Like, how do y'all transition your work friend to a real friend? Even if they're good people, I just think I like to keep them in that compartment and not,
I think
invite them in.
Because you have put your friends into different categories.
Yeah.
That may be like a mental block. For me, I learned that when I worked at the VA, there were a group of girls that I was close with.
Yeah.
There was one particular lady who I clung more to a little bit because she seemed to be more like leveled.
Okay.
And so she's like the mom of the group.
There's always one.
I can cling to her a little bit more. The others, I don't mind like hitting up from time to time, like, hey, you want to hang out, because they made it a point where they were like, even though work is work, we want to kind of do it like a family type of thing. So we can still go out, and get to know each other a little bit more instead of having like this superficial relationship at work, which I did like, because it's like, I'm with y'all more than I'm with my family. So you kind of have to make it like that. But that's only if the vibes is there.
Right.
If you got somebody who's doing some weird stuff, then I get that part. But I think even now, for my job now, I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is interesting. Who would have thought that I would be having lunch with these people 2 days a week?
Okay.
Who would have thought that if I go to an Orioles game or something, that I'm open to sharing with them like a picture, like, hey, I'm at the Orioles game with whoever, or things like that. I think they have created a really great culture to make it comfortable. Like, we support you not only here but also outside of work. We want to make, coming in on Monday, they asking, oh, how was your weekend? Some places you go and they like, this is what we got going on today, and this is what I need you to do. You could go to hell, because that's not right. I've been sitting here with you for 40 hours. And you mean to tell me that's the first thing that you want to say? Dang. No.
See, it probably is me, because all of that is there. We were praying together in the morning. It was a really good group.
I like it.
But I think it is me. I'm the problem. it's the mental block.
It's the mental block because
I think it's from my past experiences because I always let people in too soon and extended too much grace.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just almost like, dang, is it kind of hard making new friends as an adult? Am I that person? It might be. Like, I might be that person. Like, I don't know.
I think at one point I extended grace with people. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't have any grace to extend. The moment you do something,
too much grace.
And that's the thing, extending way too much grace, and that's when people get comfortable and they think I can continue to talk like this to you, I continue to do this. No. I personally think that for me, if you do something that I dislike, we can have a conversation like, hey, I didn't really like that you did that or whatever. But what I will say is that I never really looked at people like, oh, they're intentionally doing this. So I think that's where I extended the grace. Because I was like, oh, they probably didn't really mean it or, something like that. Me now, when I see it's done and it's like, oh, I just don't care, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to be dropped like a bad habit.
Yeah.
Cut off. And I don't have to have any beef or any negative feelings towards you. Nope. I don't want that no more.
You're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, I just created a boundary. And I keep that boundary list in my mind for every relationship. Because if you think that you can just throw me in the dirt like that and want to call me the next day and think we just going to pick up where we left off, nope.
That's not happening.
Nope. Especially if you leave room for conversation and they are like, no. I don't want it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. So I feel like today I learned, I had a self-care day, by the way. I got my hair done. It's growing.
You are the queen of, I'm going to chop this thing off.
And grow right back.
Yes.
It grow back so fast.
Yeah. I think Jasmine, my hairstylist, she was like, oh, yup, it's still nice and thick, girl. She said, your hair is going to be back to the length that it was before I cut it, at least by next summer. No, I'm going to lock my hair.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to lock my hair, y'all. I'm about to do a lock game. I hope I don't look all crazy.
I can't wait to see this experience.
I can't either.
Yeah.
But I think, like, a lot of people are locking their hair because they see, like, it's like a trend almost. Yeah. For me, I want to lock it because I'm tired of getting my hair done.
Yeah.
I'm tired of dishing out the money to these hairstylists. I want to go to one person and one person forever.
It is. It's expensive to be a woman.
It's expensive to be a woman. $110 for nails and toes.
Yes. Bi-weekly.
They saying, oh.
No designs. No lengths.
I got my nails and my toes done and it was $115. And as basic as my nails are.
Right. That's what I'm saying. No designs.
And that's interesting because I got my nails and my toes done and my eyebrows done. It was $110 today.
That's good with the eyebrows included.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And they always ask how much you want to put on the card.
Right.
Girl.
They don't even want you to use cards no more.
Right.
Yeah.
They want you to use cash.
You got
cash or Cash App.
Yep.
I've seen the little Cash App little things.
With Nikki and them, I've used Cash App when what's her name? Jessica?
Yeah, when she was there.
I would use Cash App.
But after that whole tax thing came out about Cash App and Zelle, a lot of places no longer want Cash App or whatever. They already had the credit card fees anyway for the machine.
Yes.
So I remember, like, before Cash App was a thing, they would always ask, "Oh, you got cash or something?" Like,
right.
Everybody don't have cash on them, especially today. This is a cashless world at this point.
I do not carry cash. One girl left out of the salon to go get cash at Wells Fargo and then came back and paid. I'm not doing that. You want me to pay for it, right?
Right.
So you can take this, but
that's too much.
It'd be too much. But yeah, I had my self-care day and I was talking to my hairstylist and she was telling me about like different clients and things like that. and we started talking about like friends and things, and how like she believes she has a friend that is just like maybe in competition. And I was like, girl, let me bring this to the pod.
Let me get a little.
Because my sister, just Niche, the one who's behind the camera, we're gonna get over here one day. She would tell me that it was people that was in competition with me.
Would you?
Yeah, you said it. I can't tell you right now. She said there was, this person's in competition with you, and I'm like, I don't see that, because at this time I was kind of blind to it. I was just thinking, okay, maybe they just have a lot of things going on, and this is why they want certain things done. But no, they were trying to have things done before me, and
okay,
they were, the level of support fell. It used to be like, at least it wasn't 100. I would say it was never 100. I would say maybe between 40 and 50. Yeah. Okay. Dang. But then it went down to like 5. Ooh. I would say it went. I'm not going to say -2, because if they would have never like said, congrats or anything on whatever I got going on, then at that point you fall into the negatives. But it dropped down to 5. And I didn't notice until she said something. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Wow. Maybe they really are in competition, and I'm not that type of friend. Like, if you buy a house or something, for instance,
I'm clapping.
I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm telling everybody, such and such bought a house. It's so nice. I'm excited. When Tanisha bought a house, I was like, girl, we finna be there. When the day you moving in, I'm coming in, and I did her whole kitchen. Wow. Things like that. Like that level of support. But I did it. You didn't ask. I didn't ask for nothing in return. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Friends who only do stuff because they know, oh, they're going to do this for me, and so that's why I'm going to do it. No, I'm not that type of friend. And that all just boils down to one. If I can call you and say, look, I really don't have no money right now. Me and my husband, we struggling. Can we get $20 for a meal? I want to be able to call you. Right. But I think like, oh, okay, they need $20 here. Let's give them $100 if we got it. Yeah. Right. I'm not asking for you to return it. Yeah. I don't care.
I don't want it, baby. I don't want it because I'm giving it not looking
for anything in return. Yeah. Benevolence. Benevolence. That's what it is. I'm giving something to you because I don't want nothing else in return. Right. I'm not asking you, oh, well, if I give you $20, I need you to come and cut my grass. Yeah. Oh, I got this old Apple Watch, and such may need an Apple Watch. Or I'm gonna give you this Apple Watch, but I need you to give me something.
Or if they do something for you and you ask for something and that person says no, and it's, oh, but I did X, Y, and Z for you. Yeah. And I didn't ask for that back, so why can't you do X, Y, and Z for me?
And at that point, you thinking, well, are we really friends? Right. Because but we established this when we determined that we was friends. Right.
Or it's, I'll do this for you. I won't ask for it back, but I'll tell everyone that I did this for you.
Oh my gosh.
So out of kind of to your heart.
And that boils down to a lot of the people today wanting to glamorize the fact that they're helping like homeless people and stuff like that. That bothers me.
And that homeless lady.
Yes.
Where he was like, he raised $20,000 for her.
Wow.
And he only gave her $3,000.
Wait a minute.
And listen, and he was like, I don't need this money. I can give it back. So he was gonna refund the money or whatever, because he was like, basically, she's homeless. He gave her $3,000, and then the rest of the money was contingent on whether she was gonna go find a job. And because he was like, I had lined up job interviews for you or whatever. So it's like, well, you can get this money back once you show me. That's what happened.
And who are you? You think you God?
Yep. That's what I said.
Because you're going to burn in the pits of hell. And you ain't going to be like Lazarus asking for that water because there ain't going to be no water to give you. Y'all know what happened to Jehoshaphat?
Diamond.
His bowels fell out. Okay? Because he didn't want to support the Lord. You know? I'm just saying.
You never know what's going to come out her mouth.
You don't know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Oh my God. But that's awful. And don't put the camera in them people's face. Like everybody want to record
like they
it.
already know.
Yeah,
that's the
they talk. I think
people don't know about social media is that they will come because I think she said it because TikTok send you down a rabbit hole. So I don't
you get deep.
All that. Yeah, listen, it's what
you get deep.
But he approached her and asked her. He was talking to her and then asked her did she want to be filmed, and she. Of course, she agreed to it, and then they started over, and then they that's how that particular situation went. So I really think in my brain that's how a lot of them
that's
are.
Probably how a lot of them are.
Oh, he was talking to her and getting her story, and then like, oh, do you want to be filmed? All right, we're gonna do it, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, it'd be like a whole conversation before the filming even started. Like he got her story and everything. It was.
That's awful.
Sounds pretty ghetto to me.
Yeah. Sounds like Pam.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. I'm not sure, like, if I would ever be able to have a friend like that. There's a person on social media who's pretty famous for a lot of things that they do. But they have, like, a set of friends that I see, and it's funny. Their friends support them, like they be cash apping them. Like if I'm turning 26 this year, you gonna send me $260.
Yeah,
and it goes up. And we going on a trip together. We doing this, we doing that because this person has done whatever for me. That's how I feel about this person's relationships with other people.
Makes sense.
And so I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But this person has coin. Okay. And the coin is like, I'm using it over your head.
Yeah.
And they were helping somebody. This person was living in their home, working for them also, but they developed a really good relationship from the outside looking in.
Yep.
The moment one little thing goes wrong from what it seems, they all types of bees and hoes.
Yep.
Oh, they can never come around me. F them. It's like, I can't do that. Even if I had a falling out with you, I'm not going to call you a bee. I'm not going to call you a hoe. I ain't going to throw your name in the mud. I ain't going to do nothing like that. Yeah. I might be like, I'm good on her, but no. I'm not going to treat you like that. I ain't going to bash your name in the streets. But this one right here, and I know somebody who did that too, personally.
We have a lot to talk about when this camera goes off.
I'm
just sitting back here like, I have so many questions.
She be oblivious. And she already knows the story.
And but my brain ain't. All right, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, so I feel like with them, it's like you're not a supportive friend, whether you have the amount of money or a home to give somebody or a home to, or clothes, electronics, whatever. If people call you on the phone and even to you, you're not supportive. You're a two-faced bitch. And and I feel like it's a lot of people like that in this world because it's selfish, because the moment that they do something wrong to them, it's like the whole relationship means nothing.
Over. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Like you wasn't my friend in the beginning.
You wasn't my friend in the beginning.
You never a real friend.
That's insane.
You're just friends with benefits.
Literally, friends with benefits. That is what it is. Y'all niggas ain't supportive. Y'all just fake friends with benefits.
Really, friends with benefits. That's what it's given.
It's a lot of them out here. That's all of it. I feel like that's a lot of people's friendships today, because nobody knows what a true friend is. And for me, I found it low key injustice.
Oh.
And so I think she helped me. she helped me to be like a better friend to like my best friend. Even though I'm not a bad friend, because Tori, no, that's my girl. But I think like at one point I would pray for her, but I wouldn't tell her that, I'm praying for you. Mm-hmm. Or, if something went wrong, of course, your family's in my prayers. I wouldn't do that. But this year, I'm like, I just want you to know, I prayed for you, and this is what we got going on. And so awesome. That, I feel like she can absorb a lot better. Because now I'm actually telling you, like, this is what I'm doing. I'm not just the friend that you see on Instagram. Like, I'm the friend, like, you can call me anytime. I don't care if it's 1 a.m. and you broke down crying because somebody broke your heart or whatever. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's pray about it. I don't care. And so we've had that relationship.
Everybody don't just start calling the phone just because I tell you, like, that's how I am. Because I was that friend.
You would tell them, like, call me?
I showed that. That's what I did.
Oh.
It was get out of my bed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was that friend.
Yeah.
There was you didn't have to say nothing. But I don't know if it was because of how we were raised. That's just how, it's just in my nature to just be like, oh, this is someone I love. This is someone I care about. So this person is down. I'm going to hop up out my bed. Like, come on, let's go. Like, we got to go. We got to do something. Like, we got to go help this person. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but that don't go for everybody.
No.
Like, it's not just anybody can just call my phone and expect me to. No.
I think
only for the 2 friends that I have.
I think it's interesting.
I'm happy for those 2 friends I met.
Before we started this,
she had 0. And look where we are.
I'm like, man, niggas really ain't got no friends. Niggas really clown.
What's our time
so
getting?
Funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby, this must have been some good conversation.
Talking.
But I'm going to end on this. So I seen a post today, right before we started, on Facebook, actually. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, but...
Why is that such a bad thing?
Because a lot of people...
I don't be on Facebook.
Is it old?
Everybody says, oh, Facebook is old. You old. Marlo constantly tells me, you on Facebook, you such an old lady.
Yeah, I don't do Facebook.
I hear people say that. I'm like, why is Facebook such an old thing? I must be
every social media platform is different.
Yeah.
Facebook is like where your childhood friends are, your old church friends. You keep up with them there.
Yeah.
Instagram
is toxic.
Yes.
Instagram, you're toxic.
Yes.
Instagram is like I don't know what I would consider Instagram, but Twitter, I would never ever.
I don't have a Twitter.
Join that app.
I have Twitter.
It's so disgusting. That's a porn site.
Yeah, you see a lot of stuff on there.
Some things there.
You see a lot of things on there. It's interesting.
People just post whatever, and I said no, thank you.
And you have TikTok. TikTok is educational.
I love TikTok.
TikTok
is the.
I learned everything on TikTok. Like TikTok that's my talk.
Yeah,
that keeps me ticking.
I watch Clean
Cook, shop. I ran into a childhood friend today in Tarjay.
Okay.
And she was talking about. She was like, "Oh, hey, it's been a while, right?" And I'm looking at her. I said, "I know you, but who the hell are you?" And so as I'm getting closer, I'm like, oh, this is such and such. So we were talking, and I was like, you know what? She's really a nice girl. She's asking, like, how are you doing? How have you been? We start talking about school, work. A lot of people don't talk about things like that.
Because they don't have nothing going on.
Right. They talk. She's getting her doctorate and everything, and she's asking me, like, my experiences between the HBCU and PWI. She's asking me questions like that, and it was really a great conversation. Even though we talked for maybe 5 minutes in Target, it was like, you got something going.
All right.
Okay, you all right. You all right. But anyway, as I was saying before Nino goes off, I seen the post on Facebook, and they were saying everybody that I care about doesn't care about me. And I said, you know what? That's true. And I thought about it because I may care about some people that I don't talk to, and they may not give a damn about what I got going on.
For sure.
They may not care if I'm still alive or not, you know?
Yeah.
And even though I may not have these conversations with these people, I still have some type of care in my heart. Like, if I see you on the street butt naked and you had nothing, Tanisha's face, her face went, if they was on the street butt naked and they could spit on me, I would.
Wait a minute. Where is this going?
Listen. I'm saying they could be the most disrespectful person in the world to me, right?
Right.
But
and spit on me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How do we get here?
Because I'm trying to be so extreme to the point where
you definitely are.
I want to be so extreme. I can't even get it out. Damn.
And naked and spitting on you.
Listen, because I cannot. Tanisha has me weak in the knees. I can't open up my eyes. I can't look at her right now because she's gonna make me go off into a very long laughing excursion.
All right, just go ahead.
Okay. So I'm trying to be extreme to the point where like they really down bad. They have nothing, but they still so mean.
Okay.
And rude and nasty to you. And they may not care nothing about you. That's why I said they spit on you. You know, that's like the utmost disrespect. So even if they do that, like, okay, you still need help, but because my blessings, I want to block my blessings, and God probably put me here in this situation for a reason.
Sure.
I'm going to still help you. But that don't mean that I'm going to call you and check on you and everything. I'm going to help you get out this particular situation right now, even though you just spit on me.
And I'm going to head out.
And then that's it.
At this stage left.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that goes with a lot of maturity, a lot of growth,
sure.
and understanding the true importance of supporting people because you don't want to block your blessings that are coming from above.
Yes.
At the end of the day, I can still have a boundary. However, I don't have to be interested in your unsupportive ways and decisions that you may have towards me and your other relationships. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this up. And if you thought you was my friend, you was not because you ain't supportive. And I'm just not interested.
Lord. That's that on
and
that.
That's it. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share this content because guess what? It's ready to get real juicy on the next episode with the relationships with our men. Ooh. So stay tuned and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Toodles.